Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie if you've never been here before. On this channel I budget both mine and my husband's income. We work for the same university in different departments, so we have the same bi-weekly paydays, which makes it a lot easier on our budget, and I just create videos to share that journey with you guys. I have to just say I have not uploaded a video in a really long time. I took a month off unintentionally. It's just been very busy on this side of the camera, but I really wanted to get back into it, and I need to for the sake of my budget, so I'm going to be. Excuse the lighting, I know it's really bad, but it's 8 p.m. here and there is no natural sunlight, so I'm working with the desk lamp, but yeah, I hope that I can somehow adjust it, but I just really want to film this and complete my budget because I missed the first paycheck of January of this month. So I really just need to budget this. I ended up not getting paid for the first paycheck of January because I didn't work within that pay period because it was winter break, but my husband got paid. But I never budgeted the money or never dispersed the money, and so now for this video I'm going to be combining both the first paycheck of January and the second one that hasn't come in yet, but I know what it's going to be. I'm going to be combining them and just doing one big budget here. So I hope that you enjoy and stay tuned. So the first thing is to open my budget book. I have a pen here, my two essentials, and I'm going to open to my already filled out page. It's not filled out, but it's already like planned out, I guess. And I just wrote January combined biweekly paychecks. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my income. I'm going to zoom you guys in. There we go, that's better. So the first thing that I'm going to do is write my husband's income here. Because he got two paychecks and I never budgeted them, I'm going to be adding them together first. So in January, my husband made $2,126.72. Like I said, I didn't get paid for the first paycheck because I didn't work throughout that pay period, but for the second paycheck, I made $601.75. And then I also wrote loan here. I ended up taking out a school loan recently, and although I don't need all of that money for school, I already took it out. So my school will send me the refund check, I guess, or like whatever's left over after they pay my schooling, they send that to me. And so every quarter I usually get a large amount of money that came from my loan. So we definitely try to put all of it, if not all of it, like 99% of it, back into my school fund so I can purchase things for school, as well as in the future use it for my future classroom or to pay off my student loans. So this quarter we got $4,517.84. So now I'm going to total that all up and write that here. So in total, we got $2,126.72 plus $601.75, 75 plus the $4,517.84. So in total for this month, we will be budgeting $7,246.31. And I do want to make a disclaimer that this is not normal. This is almost $5,000 over what we usually budget per month. So please don't be discouraged by this number. This is not what we make monthly. So now I'm going to be getting into my basic needs. This is all of the things like our monthly bills, such as rent, electricity, internet, and things like that, as well as our groceries and gas. So for rent, because it's per month, I'm going to be taking the entire month's worth. I need to budget, so I'm not going to be splitting these in half. It's just in total. So for rent, we're going to be budgeting $13.80. I'm going to keep this grand total here just in case. And then for renter's insurance, I'm going to be putting $11. For electricity, our electricity bill, you guys, this month was at its max. It was about $150. And I'm assuming it's because the winter and because we've been running the heat a lot, but it's the highest it's ever been for us, so I don't want to have to budget $150 again, but I'm going to be on the safe side. And then internet, I'm not going to be putting anything into internet this week. We got an emergency credit somehow, and so we don't have to pay it. I don't know when we have to start paying it again, but I will look into that soon. Okay, so for my husband's phone, I'm going to actually be putting more than what the monthly payment. The monthly payment is around $65. I'm going to be putting $121 because we are negative, so we need to pay ourselves back. For groceries, I'm going to put $100. And then for gas, I'm going to be putting, I think we're negative in gas as well. It's not necessarily bad to be negative because obviously I didn't budget the last week's paycheck or the last bi-weekly paycheck. So we are negative about $7. So I'm just going to be putting $107. So it's $13.80 plus 11 plus 150 plus 121 plus 100 plus 107. So in total for basic needs, we're going to be budgeting $1,869. For our subscriptions, Spotify gets $6. And then Apple One, if you are an OG, this used to be iCloud. My husband is no longer just getting iCloud. He decided to get an Apple One subscription, so it comes with basically all the Apple things. But it is way more expensive, obviously, because it is more. So we're going to be budgeting $22 for that. So this is obviously $28. So before I get into my sinking funds, I always come over here and budget out our basic needs and our subscription, so that way we know what's left for our sinking funds. So for the calculation, I'm going to do our income, which is the $72.46.31, and I'm going to subtract our basic needs, which is this $18.69. So that leaves us with $5,377.31. And then I subtract our subscriptions, which is the $28. And then what we have left is the $5,349.31. And of course, we're going to be subtracting a huge chunk of that for our school fund. This is also new. For emergency, you guys know that I hardly ever put anything into it, but we recently loaned someone some money, so I'm going to be bulking it back up to the $1,000 by adding $60 to it. So that's new. So I'm going to subtract 60. I'm going to go down to school just so we know what we're working with for the rest of them. I'm going to put 4,500 of it into school. So obviously we're leaving $17, 4,500. So we're left with $789 for the rest of our sinking funds. So for home, we have to put at least $60 a month for our couch payment. I'm going to be putting 90 into home. So we're going to subtract 90. For business, I'm going to be putting 72. So minus 72, we're left with 627. Eugenie, I'm not going to be putting anything. He has quite a bit of money. The next envelope is fun and dates. Fun and dates only has about $5 in it. So we definitely need to bulk that up. I'm going to put $200 into fun and dates. So I'm going to subtract 200. We're left with $427. For car maintenance, I'm gonna be putting 27, which works out perfectly, minus 27. We're left with 400. Our next envelope is gifts. Gifts is only gonna be getting, actually, I don't think we're gonna put anything into gifts this year. We have about $400, and the next birthday would be Ryan's, but I mean, like, as far as like family members, I don't see another birthday coming up until the spring or the summer, so we have some time to save up for those. Our main like priority for gifts is Christmas, and that obviously just passed, so we have some time. For toiletries, oh wait, I actually just forgot. This is my mistake. We moved all of our toiletries into our home fund, so I'm literally just gonna cross that out because we weren't really using it much. So we just got rid of a envelope. So that means we only have one more funds left, and that's travel. So yes, I am going to be putting $400 into travel, which you guys are gonna think is crazy. However, I have an exciting announcement. I know you guys are probably like, we already know about the cruise, but it's not the cruise. My husband and I are going to Maryland next month, which it's gonna be our first time flying together. It's gonna be my first time, or actually both of our first time flying since the pandemic started. The last time I flew was a year before the pandemic as well. So yeah, it's been about 3 years for me since I've last flew. So my brother-in-law is going to be retiring from the military, so we are going to be visiting his family. We also haven't seen him in years, literal years. And I've actually never met my nephews. I've met my niece. He has a daughter and I think 3 sons. And I've only met my niece, and she's about 11 now. So it's been a long time. The last time, or I met her when she was about 7, and then I saw her actually this past summer when she came down with my mother-in-law. But I've never met my nephews. So, and my husband and I have been together for almost 6 years now. So it's been a really long time. But because they're in the military, they live across the country. As you may know, I'm from Washington State, so Maryland is definitely a far trip for us. But we are so excited. It was kind of a last minute trip, but our whole family is basically going. So we are going next month, at the end of next month. So obviously we need to be adding a lot more to travel to make up for the fact that we're paying for another trip, as well as save up for our cruise. So in travel, we're going to be adding that last $400, and it's definitely going to give us a nice head start, as well as because we reset our budget and we had to book this trip, it does mean that we have to add a lot more in terms of how much we need to save for a cruise. So instead of saving the $50 a month, we now have to save $150 a month. So yeah. So basically we added 150 like we need to, but the other, what is it? I'm so bad at math. 250? Is that the math? 250 is extra. So yeah, and then this last 31 cents will be going to our buffer. So we're going to be adding 31 cents, which means that we will end up with $25.31. Don't mind this last column here. I do that all at the end after I cash stuff, or during my cash stuffing actually, and then this little cash breakdown I fill out before my cash stuffing. Alright you guys, so that is my both of my paychecks for January, all budgeted out into one big budget. If you enjoyed watching, please check out my cash stuffing that will come out shortly after this video, where you see me cash stuff all of this money that you saw me budget. If you like this type of content, or if you like me, please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye!